In this video, it all gets a little bit messy in the race lead battle. And does this really work? We try a different strategy. Hello everyone, and welcome back to a Gran Turismo video. We're back with Daily Race C. I'm back in the Porsche 911, and we're going to do the normal strategy first. So the point of this video is we're going to do a normal strategy, and then a very unusual strategy, because I didn't even do the normal strategy in the weekly race, guys. So let's see how it feels, let's see how it does. Which does mean we've got a lot of racing to do, because we're starting at the back of the pack. So coming into turn one, then there's a slight tap up ahead between the German and the Brit there as we continue on through. Let's go on to chase cab straight away as we have the Brit on the inside there. They clip the curb, just push me off a little bit here, and unfortunately that's me left back into P14. I do try and hang it around the outside, but it doesn't work there as we jump back on board here going through the S's. So, the first lap of this race is always absolute carnage. There are cars absolutely everywhere as we jump up ahead there to the Spaniard, who is side by side with, well, another Spaniard actually, and gets pushed off, and then the one. They go for a big old spin there, and that is the Spaniard off then as we jump back on board here through Tidgney 2 we go then. And these two are still going at it here, Nectarian and Black Snake 1, as we head in towards the hairpin. Oh, he sent it a little bit there. Slight tap between the two. Can we get on the inside then as we continue on through here? Oh, go, it's very close. It's very close here with both drivers then as we continue towards Spoon. That GTR on the inside with the slipstream as well. Let's have a look then what's happening here then as we head towards Spoon. Are they going to send it down the inside? No, they're not. We're sticking on the inside then. Need to give them just enough room there on the exit. That's what we do there. Look at this. Beautiful racing then. Let's put our foot down, Tidge. Come on, off we go. There we go. We should have the job done here as long as we keep to the inside at 130R then. So, what is the normal strategy? Let's get into the strategy first of all. It's pit on lap 10 and change your tyres. So that's what we're going to do first of all, okay? Which does, as I say, mean lots of racing. Oh, there's a massive crash there. My word, they went for a spin and a half. Yeah, look, we'll have a look at that in a second. My word, that is a crash and a half. Right, okay, we're up another place. But yes, we're going to pit on lap 10, which means we've got to overtake people and then, well, basically try and get as far through the field as possible. What we're looking for here is to see, actually, does it cost us so much time that it's worth doing an early strategy? I mentioned this in the weekly race guide. Doing different strategies is a key part of this race to try and get out of the traffic as we go down the inside of the Mazda there. That was a nice little move and a half, wasn't it? Let's go back and look at that incident then here. Oh, it's the same Spanish driver we saw earlier on. Onto the outside at 130R. Round we go, and a huge crash. You couldn't say a bit of karma there, to be honest with you, with the incident with the Spanish driver earlier on. But even so, let's jump back into the race. And lap number 3, we've course up to the next pack then. Here we go. Through we go as well. And we've got Simon Sargent up ahead in the AMG. That AMG could be one of the best cars now across all tracks. I've yet to test it, the retest yet, but the retest will be coming in the car profiles, don't you worry, as they go a little bit deep there. Looking like there's a gap on the inside, and I back out of that because I could see where they were going then as we continue on through here then. Now with this race as well, 20 laps, I absolutely love this race, to be honest with you. The field spread does get a bit large, though, and I feel that's because the daily races have been absolutely nuked in popularity. They really have. Like, I didn't find many strong lobbies. I had one strong lobby, which I'll talk about a little bit later on. It won't be in this video, but I was like, oh, hello. Why did they brake so early for that? You know, you brake where the yellow line starts. They broke, must have been 100 meters beforehand. I even hit them so hard, and they still made the corner, which is quite impressive. Not sure what happened there. You see my face, I'm very confused right now. Maybe they were just caught off guard there, maybe. I'm not too sure. But even so, we've got a good run on them here. Then we go towards that inside line. They go back towards the outside, back towards chase cam. Here we go. Can we get the move done in towards turn 1? This is the main overtaking spot. Look at it, side-by-side action. Oh, they're trying to keep it and hang it around the outside. Do they do it? Oh, it's very close. We give them just enough room there, and we do get the position. Happy days indeed. Yes, field spread can be a bit large in this race, which is a little bit frustrating. We could do with some more cars, but I don't think that will solve it, just because we need closer racing. And I feel like we need to get these daily races with more reward, essentially. Get more reward in there. As we see a yellow flag, somebody off there in a green Porsche. Well, they're gone. As you see, there's lots of carnage at the start of this race. You're seeing it right now. We've had lots of yellow flags, lots of incidents so far, as we are now up into P8 on lap number 4. Plenty of this race to go then, as Fonseca goes a little bit deep here in that BMW M6 sprint model. Now that sprint model seems absolutely rapid here. It really does. It seems rapid everywhere at the moment. So I reckon there's a potential that car's going to get nerfed at some point. It's the reason why I haven't done the qualifying time trial this week in the car as well. It's because I suspect it'll get nerfed at some point. And I do see it happening, maybe 1% power, something like that, and then it'll go back to a handling car. Because it's very good handling, that BMW, arguably better than the Porsche even. So yeah, I do expect a 1% power nerf at some point in that car. Right, let's get into this race then with the Portuguese driver up ahead of Fonseca as we head towards 130. What's going to happen here then as we go into here? Slight lift through we go. We've got a little bit of a run, nothing major though here as we... Oh, hello. I was looking down the inside, but no, not quite. Oh, I scared them into a mistake. Oh, Fonseca, you fell for that one as we go around the outside. Thanks for giving me enough room on the exit there. Appreciate that as we continue on towards the start-finish line. Right, we've got another incident to look at. We'll try to get these in the video now because a lot of people did ask for them in the video here. So let's have a look at what happened to that green Porsche heading towards Tidgney one. Oh, the good old clip the grass on the outside issue. Oh, that was unfortunate there for you, DRX. But let's jump back on board the next battle end. Lap number 5, we've caught up to the Porsche Cup apparently. 3 Porsches in a row. We've got lots of moves to happen here. Going to be harder to overtake for me, of course, because they're in the same car. As we look down the inside, Bertz goes defensive and on the attack at the same time. Very hard to do this, of course. Lots of pressure on Bertz here as we continue out of the Casio triangle. Then what can we do versus this Porsche driver? Where are they going to go? Now, we are very close here in terms of slipstream. It goes towards that right-hand side. That gives me the slipstream up ahead. This is perfect for me. Can we do it? Can we get by before turn 1? Because it's very risky to go side by side in turn 1. We're side by side though. Bertz gives me enough room there. Beautiful racing from Bertz. And we go around the outside. Look at my face. I'm well happy with that move. But Bertz had to give me the room there as well. So fair play to you from the German driver. Honestly, that's awesome. That is absolutely awesome stuff. Now, Bob's your uncle. There we go. A little bit of an issue through the S's. We're right on your tail now as we continue on up here then. How do we get past Bob's your uncle? That is the question. We won't continue the phrase, of course. That is actually a British phrase. Can't speak, folks. Phrase. It's a British phrase. You say Bob's your uncle. There is an extension to that, but we don't want to say it on YouTube because it will get you demonetized. Right, okay, here we go. In towards the hairpin we go then. Throwing it down nicely. And continuing on out of there. Now, they've dropped off the French driver up ahead a little bit, which does mean we've got the stronger slipstream here. The leader is 9 seconds ahead at the moment. We've not lost too much time in this race. However, if you look at the right side, 201, 201, 2-minute lap. We are suffering here. We should be low 59s, if not in the 58s in terms of race pace. Okay, so let's just say we should be 59.3-ish. Let's use that as a bit of an example here. Oh, hello, Bob's uncle's just gone off there at the exit of Spoon. Now let's jump on board with Bob's your uncle here, side by side. I will give this up. You've got dirt on your tyres as we head to the 130R. In we go. Oh, there's the understeer from the dirty tyres. You're off. Oh, do you catch it? Oh, you do catch it. Oh, fair play with that one, Bob's your uncle. But yes, indeed. So in terms of time lost, we have lost a significant amount of time with the racing so far as we jump back on board here. So let's say we lost 6 tenths on lap 2. And then that's 2 seconds on lap 3, 2 seconds on lap 4, a second on lap 5, a second on lap 6, and arguably 6 tenths on lap 7 with all this fighting. What does that add up to? 2, 4, 5, 6... Call it 7 to 8 seconds there lost, which is quite significant, to be honest with you. This is why I say trying different strategies works. Let's say I pit on lap 4. Suddenly we're in the 59s and 58s. We can actually undercut a lot of people, and that's what I did in the weekly race guide. I'm not doing that strategy here, of course, because I've already done it in the weekly race guide, and you can see how that goes. Oh, we've got a yellow flag up ahead. What's going on here then as we continue on out of here? Can't see anything. No, we're not going to worry about it here. We are going to worry about fighting the French driver up ahead of Poofy here as we head down the start-finish straight then. We've been behind them a couple of laps. Again, we've lost another second there on that lap, so we're well above 8 seconds now as we head towards turn 1 down the inside of the French driver. They did give that one up a little bit there, realizing that I was going for the move down the inside, and that's what I would advise doing, to be honest, into turn 1 rather than trying to risk it round the outside. Now, we have been catching the leader down to 6.9 seconds now. That gap, you can see there, 59.5 in terms of fast laps. So that's what I'm talking about. That's at the end of the stint here as we go into the pits then. And what we are going to do, of course, is change those tyres. That is what we're doing here. So you can see the Polish driver up ahead had 48% fuel, so did need to fuel up a little bit. that did allow us to catch up to them in the pit stop, which is always good. Remember, if you go for the refueling, I think it's like an extra 3 seconds added to your pit stop automatically. It's like tyre wear change as well. It could be a bit less than that for the fuel. I can't remember off the top of my head, but just keep that in mind. That's why you don't want to really have to add fuel at any point in the race. So lap 11, we're right behind the Polish driver now as we go into 130. We understeer a little bit there, my word. Oh, hello. Oh, get back on track, Tidge. I forgot what happens in this race because it's a day later and I really can't remember. So, wow, that was pretty close in 130, wasn't it? On the edge of the curb there. Right, lap 13, we just did a fast lap there, then trying to catch back up to the Polish driver, 59.2. Really should be in the 58s at this moment of time, like I did in the weekly race guide, of course. But we are stuck with a bit of dirty air up ahead as well as the Polish driver gets all sorts of oversteer in towards turn 1. A very common thing to do here as we continue on now. Now, you can use -5 brake balance and it will reduce it a lot here, folks. I'm using +5 in the race because I can handle the oversteer. But if you are struggling with it, go to -5. There is no reason why not to. And I'll explain that in due course as we go on the inside of the Porsche, who went wide again, but still keeps their position. This is a heck of a fight. Again, I am losing time here. Well, yeah, lots of time here. I was going to say a phrase then, but I couldn't remember it. So we're going to continue on with the video as we go into the right-hander. So they're doing very well here. Very hard to overtake at Suzuka. And this is what I'm demonstrating here, of course. It is hard to overtake. It's very hard to overtake here as we continue on out of there. Turn 1 is a good place. 130R is a very risky place. Casio Triangle, a very good place. The hairpin can be a good place as well. Giuseppe did a very good move on me there yesterday, actually. And unfortunately, it's not going to be in this video just because it ended up being quite a dirty race from other people. So I kind of figured I wasn't going to show it. Now, in that race, I did a 2-stop strategy, which really doesn't work. As you're seeing here, it's very hard to overtake. So doing a 2-stop strategy really doesn't work. It really doesn't work. Now, it potentially could have if I got ahead of the traffic, but people pit early, so they were trying to cover me and cover other things. And that's the nice part, actually. That's the really nice part of the race. You know, you can look to cover other people. So the pit stop being about 17 seconds, 18 seconds, that's what you're looking for on the map, okay? So you go across the start-finish line, look for 17 seconds on your lap time, look where the arrows are on the start-finish straight, and that will tell you the answer of where you're going to come out in the pits. That's what I do here. Right, the Polish driver there literally has me all over their exhaust here. But as we head towards 130R, I realise I'm not as far enough alongside. We've had a good battle here, so I back out of it. Rather than try and risk it here, and as we zoom in here, you're going to see a bit of a hazard flash there from the Polish driver to say thank you for doing that. But no worries. Again, I was having a good race with you. I'm not going to risk an unfortunate incident by taking that massive risk at 130R. There's still 6 laps to go, sorry, as we head towards the line here. But we are seeing that time really drop now with the lap times again. So we are losing a significant amount of time, which does show you trying to get out of the traffic is the critical part of this race. That's the fun part of this race. The strategic part of this race as the Polish driver goes deep again in towards turn 1. We're on the inside again. Can we make it work? No, we can't. They still go through there. We are struggling now to get past here. The lead is it's falling away. I was saying dripping away then. I meant falling away here as we go into the right-hander as we slow it down there then. Sorry if I sound a bit weird, by the way. I'm trying to fight off a little bit of a cold. Lady Tidge's got a cold. I've been fighting it off, but not a lot of it. With vitamin D, of course. But I'm hoping it goes before the Friday stream. Oh, that was a clip of the grass. We saw the incident earlier on. Don't do that, Mr. Polish driver. Sorry for the slight tap there as I was... well, it's a bit early on the brakes, of course, but you nailed it fine, even with a little bit of a push there. So no worries. We carry on racing here as we head towards the hairpin. This has been one heck of a fight so far. Can you keep it? That is the question. We've got 5.5 laps to go here then as we continue on out of that hairpin. I'm really trying to find a way past now. I really want to push on towards those top 2 drivers if I can here as we get a good run on the Polish driver as we head towards the left-hander. We send it down the inside at Spoon, another place you can overtake. It's very risky though. They try around the outside here. We're on chase cam just to show you what's happening with the Porsche. We do get through then. Happy days indeed. How do we wish that we had a rear view camera like that on chase cam, on bonnet cam. Oh, we do. As we continue on here then. So I got a bit defensive here then to say I don't want you coming past. They take the racing line, and that's what we're going to do as well. And as we go in towards the left-hander, they're still there. They're still trying here as we head towards the Casio Triangle. Hard on the brakes and just defending that inside line. I don't want you going down there as we go through here. And we are finally past. We are finally past, folks, indeed. What we're going to do, though, is actually jump up ahead towards the leader. Because as the leader goes into turn 1, oh my word, they make the critical mistake of all. They go a bit too wide. They touch the slippy stuff. And I think it was 9-second gap that they had to me has suddenly dropped down. And we have a new leader as well. So let's jump to lap 19 where I've been really putting in the laps there. Look at that, 58 again. That shows you the time loss. The significant time loss I've experienced by being stuck in traffic. Again, this is the point of this video. Try different strategies. See what works. See what doesn't work. Really play around. You don't have to do the same strategy each time. As the Porsche goes down the inside. Oh, no. Oh, and the brake gets reset as well. That's a horrible reset. That really is. Oh, we'll have a look at that after the race here because we've got a bit of a race on our hands here. It's the fight for the lead on the final lap. So the brake goes defensive here then as we go towards that left-hand side. Have they got damage? Because they're going really slowly here as we head towards turn 1. We could be past them before turn 1. There we go. Through we go. And we are in the lead. Happy days indeed then. Up into the lead as we're going to head towards the line there. And we cross the line. And that is 40.25. Again, we've lost countless seconds there. Should be well into the teams, if not into the single digits. But that shows you the time lost from fighting in the field. It really does. Now, let's have a look at that incident at the end there just to get an idea here. So it's Belfast Bap as we go through the left-hander then. The Brit's going to try and go for the inside there. There's a slight movement there as well. Well, it's just a racing incident, I would say there. They tried, but I do actually feel, Don, you should have waited up there, to be honest with you. Even if it's a racing incident, it was sort of like, you know, you still hit them. You were the car behind, so you probably should have waited up there. Right, we're going to go to a different race now. So this was the third race I did here. If you are enjoying this video, of course, do give it a like and do subscribe to the channel. We are on our journey to 50k. Of course we are. And yeah, I appreciate all the support. And literally, the 50k special is going to be mental. As I say, I keep saying it, it's going to involve you guys. I'll let you know when we get to 49. If we get to 49, of course. There's no guarantee of that. What we're doing, because yeah, some of you are going to be absolutely happy and you've all got the chance here. Let's go back into the race though as we go into the right-hander here at Tidgney 1 and Tidgney 2. No crashes so far, which is unusual. Oh, I spoke too soon there. We've got a spinning Mercedes up ahead. They have gone for a massive spin there. What's that, 720? My word, it's COD all over again. No scope, 720 shots. Right, through the left we go then. Going to continue on out of here. Hello, there's a Beamer rally crossing up ahead. Slight tap with somebody up ahead then. As we continue on, everyone's Constantina in up here. Slight tap on Zebradas. Zebradas is going to touch the grass then. I'm nowhere to really go here. I'm in the middle of 3 wide through the right-hander. Oh my word. We'll have a look at if I should have waited up there or not. It's a bit of a weird moment there, to be honest with you. But I'll also tell you why I didn't wait up as well, because you're about to see it soon as Matthew gets all sorts exposed here in that BMW M6 GT3 car. Zebradas is looking to bump draft me through there. I appreciate that, Zebradas, as we head towards 130R then. Look at this, bump drafting away as we chuck it into 130R. Continue on. Remember, at the start of the race, you do have cold tyres. You can't do corners as fast as you normally do here as we go onto the brakes into the Casio triangle. So what's the strategy in this race? Well, what we're going to do is we're going to pit. We're going to pit on lap 1. We are not changing tyres. Not changing tyres. So we have -5 brake bounce on. This is why I say it can work. And the whole goal there is to look after my tyres. What happens to the Mercedes then? Oh, they go for avoiding action on Maverick. I just get it wrong. Oh, flawed genius, GG. It was a genius attempt, but it failed, unfortunately. Let's go on to Zebradas then. Let's have a look exactly what happened here with Zebradas. So you can see Matthew just goes off there. Slight tap on the Brit then. They bump draft them. I bump draft them. All Constantina's up. They sort of run wide a little bit there. A bit of a weird one, to be honest with you. As we go, look at how close that was. My word, that was close. Pretty wide. Unbelievable stuff. Right, we go to lap 6 where we catch up to Zebradas. Zebradas had a bit of an issue in this race. The German ahead of them. Unsafe release has also had an issue somewhere. They're going all sorts of sideways. It's like they've been on the grass there for sure. As we go into the left-hander, Zebradas looking down the inside. Unsafe release, just struggling with the rear end of that car. They are all over the place as we go down the inside then. Oh, this is a very risky move into Tidgney 1, but we do get it. Well, fair play to the German there. That's very hard to do with a car on your outside. Really fair play to unsafe release. You were definitely safe in that one. Thumbs up from me there, as you see here. So we're behind Zebradas. I didn't want this, to be honest. With this no stop, I have to have nobody in front of me. And if you look at the times as well, 59. If you remember in the previous race, I was all in the 2 minutes because of the traffic. So it was a bit of an issue here. Now, I wanted to stay behind Zebradas before 130R. Of course I did, because I don't want to go side by side here. It'll cost me tons of time. But I did want to overtake the Bradders on the straight coming up, and that's my goal here then. So let's see if we could do it as we go into the Casio Triangle. We've got a yellow flag up ahead. No idea what's going on with that one. I can't see anything. Oh, hello. There's a Porsche in the barrier. Oh, my word. Have they pit maneuvered themselves? Oh, it's Maverick. Oh, no, Maverick. Zebradders gets a good exit there as well. Let's jump to it because the Zebradders has really accelerated away there. What happened to Maverick? So as we go into here then, we've got Poofy again up ahead. Oh, slight tap from behind. As we go into the left. Oh, another tap. Oh, it's all just a bit bashy there. Oh, oversteer. Oh, no. It's going to happen. Oh, nasty, 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 nasty. Right, we go on board here with Racing Zebradders. Look at that time. So we've gone from a 59.1 down to a 2 minutes, and we've lost another 4 attempts there. Zebradders, let's be go there. I appreciate that, Zebradders. Thank you so much. I do whack on, well, I don't whack on the hazards. I do the left, right that you do when you're driving, of course, to say thank you. I'm going to do that. But we're going to jump ahead, actually. Jump ahead. Lap 8. So we just started to catch up on lap times again. As you notice, come back into 59s after we overtook Bradders there. Lost 4 tenths, of course. And why are you there? And why are you going so slowly? Bocciano there. Must have had an issue through 130R. Very slow indeed on exit then. Can we get the move done here? They looked going to pits, then decide against it. I managed to give them room and notice it, thankfully, as we go on by. Again, a 2-minute lap because of that. The traffic's really killing me here. I've lost a bit of time then as we go into the right-hander. So everyone's going to pit on this lap. Of course, they are. Oh, hello. We're zooming in here. What's going on, Poofy? Oh, hello. Somebody else in the barrier. Oh, who was that? Like Don from the previous race. You see me laughing my head off because there's always someone in the barrier. I thought they got straight into the center of it, if I'm brutally honest with you. But where we're going to come out in all of this after we've lost quite a bit of time there. We'll come out in P2 in the end. The leader is 3.7 seconds up the road. I'd argue with the catching of traffic, we lost about 3 or 4 seconds there. We go to lap 15 then, where we're still carrying on here. Of course, we're still in P2 at the moment, but lap times are now starting to fall into that 2-minute category, which is, of course, where you are when you're racing people, which is actually a significant factor here, because this is what I'm trying to show in this entire video. We've done a one-stop lap 10 where we still had slow laps in there because we were fighting people. We're doing a no-stop now. We're just going to have slow laps at the end of the race, of course. Hito goes for the move at 130. This is risky. I noticed it going through there, and well played with that move. Very risky move. Did pull off there as well, so well played with that one as we go into the Casio Triangle. But remember, it was 2-minute 1 laps fighting people at points because it was really hard to overtake. But suddenly, we're still in the 2 minutes there. You can see that on the right side. The only lap we've gone to 2:01 so far is literally the lap where Heaton overtook me. We're on the final lap now. We're still in the 2 minutes, so it's not too shabby of a strategy if you can pull it off. However, look at that tyre wear. It's a bit risky. Let's be honest with you. As we go into turn 1 then with the German behind me, it's going to be a survival lap. Can we survive the last lap with tyres and keep the podium? That is the question then as we go through the S's. Now imagine if we didn't catch the traffic on the no change. I keep saying no stop. I mean the no tyre change. Imagine if we didn't catch the Bradders or the German or even the Polish driver as well who had the issue at 130R. Maybe we didn't lose those 4 or 5 seconds. Maybe we're ahead of Heaton still at that point because there's only 4.4 seconds up the road. This is why it can be significant. We'll have a look at the lap time at the end, of course, and we'll just look at the overall race time, as we continue on through here. Now, that German's getting ever closer here. We're still being quite stable. Remember, I'm using -5 brake balance for this particular part of the strategy. Well, for this strategy, should I say, as we go into the hairpin, just looking after the tyres on exit, then booting it out of there. Here we go, then. 0.3 of a second ahead of the German driver. We're still ahead at the moment. It's the fight for the podium, the final spot on the podium here as we head towards Spoon then. Hard on the brakes. We clip that curb, head towards the outside. Got to be a bit more careful here. Drop to second gear. We're looking to clip the curb on the inside. We don't do it this time. We're going to leave that corner and head down the straight. Then we go towards that left-hand side. Slipstream is on here then. We're going to defend 130 yards for our lives here. We want P3 now at this moment in time. We go a little bit defensive then, heading into 130. We are going to have to brake, of course, with our tyre wear. And that is one daring, risky, and fair play move. You saw the thumbs up from me there by Mr. Junior. What a move that is by Mr. Junior. It really was a superb move. We've seen some fantastic moves here. And that's one of the great parts about this race. We've got strategy. People are preparing moves a lot better. And so we're seeing moves really pull off here then. Overall, in the end, the lap time was what? The race time was a 14:28 there, it looks like. Again, you know, without those 4 seconds, 14:25, and it would be the same as the one stop at the peak performance. So try these different strategies out. Really do try them out. It's very worthwhile doing because there's lots of fun to be had here. So let's have a look at the Polish driver. What happened to them then? Oh, yeah, that's a big old hit. They're damaged. That explains why they were so slow on the straight then. My word, that was a huge hit, wasn't it? Really was a huge hit then. So we go to Don, who's got very similar livery here. So they go into the right. What actually happened in terms of the pit then? Because I said they didn't go into the center. Go into here. Oh, oversteer and into the barrier. Ouchie, ouchie, wah, wah. And that's them are gone. Right, that's it for this video, folks. As I say, if you did like it, do give it a like. Do subscribe to the channel if you did enjoy the content. Plenty more content there for you to check out on your screen if you want to click any of those. Again, try different strategies. Have some fun with this race this week. And please don't leave. Enjoy the race. Have fun. And I hope to see you in another video or live stream again very soon.